Welcome back to the channel Coin Collectors and Treasure Hunters. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of Australian 10-cent coins that could be worth a small fortune. We're refocusing on the Queen Elizabeth II 10-cent coins from 2000, 2001, and 2010, all without mint marks. Coins that might look ordinary but can be rare and valuable treasures in the eyes of collectors. Let's get started. First up, the Australian 10-cent coin was first introduced in 1966. Replacing the old shilling when Australia adopted the decimal currency system. The design has remained nearly identical since its introduction, symbolizing continuity and national pride. The 2000 issue came at the turn of a new millennium, a time when the Royal Australian Mint was focusing on precision minting and modern design consistency. Like most standard issues of that year, this coin has no mint mark, confirming its origin from the Canberra Mint. Even though it was a regular circulation coin, the 2010-cent piece is cherished for its historical timing, representing both the end of a century and the beginning of a new era in Australian coinage under Queen Elizabeth II. The obverse side of the 2000 Australian 10-cent coin proudly features the fourth official portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rankbrodley. This portrait was first introduced in 1999 and marked a shift from the more idealized earlier depictions of the Queen. Rankbrodley's design portrays Her Majesty in a realistic and dignified manner, highlighting her maturity and long years of service. The inscription encircling the coin reads, Elizabeth II Australia 2000. The fine details in the hair, crown and facial expression are striking, even on circulated examples, while uncirculated coins reveal incredible precision and finish. The lack of a mint mark below the Queen's neck simply signifies that it was struck at Australia's main mint facility in Canberra. The reverse of the 10-cent coin features one of Australia's most remarkable native creatures, the superb lyrebird, designed by the legendary Stuart Devlin, who also created all of the original decimal coin reverses in 1966. The lyrebird's stunning tail feathers, fanned into a graceful pattern, symbolize beauty, nature, and the unique wildlife of Australia. The design is incredibly detailed, with layered feathers and fine texturing that make it a favorite among collectors. Even in fine condition, the beauty of the lyrebird's curves and background lines stands out clearly. This design has remained unchanged for decades, proving its timelessness and cultural importance as part of Australia's national identity. The 2000 Queen Elizabeth II 10-cent coin is made from 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a silver-gray metallic shine and resistance to corrosion. It weighs 5.65 grams, has a diameter of 23.60 millimeters, and a reeded edge. These coins were minted for circulation at the Royal Australian Mint, with a total production of approximately 70 million coins that year. While this mintage number means the coin isn't particularly rare in circulated condition, coins that remain in fine or uncirculated state are always of interest to collectors, especially those building full-year sets from Queen Elizabeth II's reign. The quality and durability of this alloy ensure that many examples remain well-preserved decades later. When we refer to a fine-condition coin, we mean that the coin has seen some light to moderate circulation but still retains clear details of both the Queen's portrait and the lyrebird design. There may be slight surface wear or minor scratches, but all major features are visible and legible. A fine-condition 2010-cent coin displays decent contrast between the raised and flat surfaces. Collectors often grade these coins as F12 to VF20 on the numismatic scale. Although such coins may not command premium prices, their age, historical significance, and the absence of a mint mark make them desirable for beginner and mid-level collectors who appreciate everyday coins with a story. As of 2025, the 2000 Queen Elizabeth II 10-cent coin without mint mark in fine condition typically holds a value between 20 cents and 0.50 Australian dollars, slightly above its face value. In extremely fine or uncirculated condition, its worth can rise to $2 to 5 Australian dollars, especially when sold to collectors looking for pristine examples. Coins found in proof sets or with minting errors, such as die cracks, off-center strikes or double details, can fetch prices up to $50 or more, depending on rarity and condition. While this isn't one of the most valuable 10-cent coins, its millennium date makes it a symbolic and collectible piece of modern Australian coinage. The 2000 10-cent coin carries both historical and emotional value. As one of the first coins struck after the turn of the millennium, It serves as a tangible piece of Australian history from an era of technological and cultural transition. The enduring reign of Queen Elizabeth II also adds prestige and collectability to this coin, as her effigy has now become a cherished symbol of the Commonwealth's shared heritage. Many collectors aim to preserve a complete sequence of her portrait changes, and the 2000 issue fits perfectly into that timeline. Additionally, with the upcoming transition to coins featuring King Charles III, these older Queen Elizabeth II coins are expected to gain greater nostalgic and numismatic appeal in the years ahead. If you own a 2010-cent coin, especially in fine or better condition, it's essential to handle and store it properly. Always hold your coins by the edges to avoid fingerprints or oil smudges. Avoid cleaning coins with chemicals or abrasives, as this can permanently reduce their collectible value. For long-term preservation, use acid-free coin holders, plastic flips, or airtight capsules. Store your collection in a cool, dry environment away from direct sunlight and humidity. Label each coin clearly by year and condition. This helps organize your collection and maintain its historical integrity. A well-preserved coin not only holds its value but also tells a clearer story for future generations of collectors. And that wraps up our detailed review of the 2000 Queen Elizabeth II 10-cent coin without mint mark from Australia. A small but significant coin that bridges the past and future of Australian currency. From the beautiful lyrebird design to the timeless image of the late Queen Elizabeth II, this piece captures the essence of Australia's proud coinage history. Whether you're a beginner collector or a seasoned numismatist, this coin is a must-have for its historical charm and affordable value. If you enjoyed this deep and educational breakdown, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell notification for more detailed coin videos. Comment below if you have a 2010-cent coin. It might just be worth more than you think. Next up. The 2001 Australian 10-cent coin is part of a long-running coin series that features the elegant superb lyrebird and the enduring portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. By 2001, Australia had already spent 35 years under the decimal system, and the 10-cent coin had become a cornerstone of everyday commerce. What makes the 2001 issue particularly interesting is its symbolic timing, marking Australia's entry into the 21st century and continuing the strong royal imagery under Queen Elizabeth II's reign. The absence of a mint mark indicates that it was struck at the Royal Australian Mint, Canberra, which was responsible for the majority of circulating coins. Although this coin is not classified as rare, its clean design, historical continuity, and fine condition make it a must-have for collectors of Australian decimal coinage, especially those tracking the subtle variations in portrait style and strike quality. The obverse, front, of the 2001 10-cent coin features the fourth official portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by the acclaimed British sculptor Ian Rank-Broadley. Introduced in 1999, this portrait replaced the Raphael Maklauf version that had appeared from 1985 to 1998. Rank-Broadley's depiction is notably more realistic and detailed, showing the Queen with maturity and grace, wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. Around the portrait are the inscriptions Elizabeth II, Australia, 2001. This version of the Queen's image was considered one of the most honest portrayals, emphasizing her strength and long reign rather than youthful idealism. Coins struck with this portrait are widely collected today as they represent the modern era of Elizabethan coinage, just before the introduction of later effigies used in the 2000s. Turning the coin over, we see the superb lyrebird, one of Australia's most distinctive and elegant creatures. This reverse design, created by Stuart Devlin, the official goldsmith to the Queen, has remained unchanged since its debut in 1966. The lyrebird is famous for its intricate tail feathers and remarkable mimicry abilities, often imitating the sounds of other birds, chainsaws, and even camera shutters. Devlin's depiction captures the lyrebird mid-display, with its tail gracefully curved in the shape of a musical lyre. The detail in the feathers, wings, and background texture showcases Australia's commitment to artistic excellence and national identity in coin design. Even in fine condition, the lyrebird's form and surrounding textures remain visible, making this coin instantly recognizable and deeply symbolic of Australia's unique wildlife heritage. The 2001 Queen Elizabeth II 10-cent coin was struck in copper-nickel alloy, consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a durable silver-gray appearance with a slight shine. It weighs 5.65 grams, has a diameter of 23.6 mm, and features a reeded, milled edge. These coins were minted in the millions for circulation, ensuring their widespread availability across Australia. Although official mintage records for this specific year are around 70 million coins, high-quality examples with sharp details and minimal wear are less common today, especially in uncirculated condition. The copper-nickel alloy ensures long-lasting resilience, and coins from the early 2000s still maintain their metallic luster even after decades of use, a testament to the quality of Australian minting standards. In numismatic grading terms, a fine condition, F12, F20, coin shows moderate circulation wear, but all main features remain visible. On your 2001 10-cent coin, the Queen's facial details may show softening, but the overall portrait remains clear. The inscriptions around the edge are still readable, and the lyrebird design retains most of its feather detail, even if the finer textures are worn down. Such coins are common among circulated examples, yet still collectible because they preserve both the history and charm of genuine use. While not as valuable as mint-state coins, fine condition examples are a great way for beginner collectors to start affordable collections that capture the real spirit of Australian everyday currency from the early 21st century. As of 2025, the 2001 Queen Elizabeth II 10-cent coin without mint mark and fine condition is typically valued between 20 cents and 0.50 Australian dollars, depending on appeal and preservation. In extremely fine or uncirculated condition, the value can increase to around $2 to 5 Australian dollars, while proof or error coins, such as double strikes, off-center issues or planchet flaws, can sell for $30 to 100 Australian dollars at auction. While this coin is not considered rare in normal condition, its date and effigy give it historical interest, especially as it was struck at the dawn of the new millennium. Collectors looking to build complete sets of Queen Elizabeth II Australian decimal coins will always seek the 2001 issue as part of their sequence. The 2001 10-cent coin sits in an interesting position in Australian coinage history. It bridges the gap between the 20th and 21st centuries, a time when Australia's economy was growing, digital payments were emerging, yet coins remained a vital part of everyday life. The use of Ian Rank-Broadley's portrait also marked a design modernization phase that reflected Queen Elizabeth II's enduring presence and the Royal Mint's shift to more detailed engraving technology. For collectors, the 2001 issue represents stability, tradition, and the continuity of monarchy-themed coinage. It's also a reminder that every small coin has a role in telling Australia's evolving story, from its wildlife to its people and its place within the Commonwealth. If you own a 2001 10-cent coin, especially in fine or better condition, proper care can make a big difference in long-term value. Always handle coins by the edges to avoid fingerprints and oils that can cause discoloration. Avoid cleaning coins with polish or chemicals. These can scratch the surface and drastically reduce collector appeal. Instead, store them in acid-free coin holders, plastic flips, or clear capsules. Keep your collection in a dry, cool environment away from sunlight to prevent oxidation. Labeling your coins with their year, condition, and any notable features can also help you track your growing collection over time. With patience and care, even a modest coin like this can become a cherished keepsake and part of a valuable set. And there you have it, the complete story of the 2001 Queen Elizabeth II 10-cent coin without mint mark from Australia. A small yet elegant piece of national history, carrying the legacy of the Queen and the beauty of the lyrebird design that has inspired collectors for generations. While its face value may be small, its story, artistry, and connection to Australia's past make it worth holding on to. If you enjoyed this detailed breakdown, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss updates on coin values and hidden treasures from around the world. Share your finds in the comments below. Maybe your 10-cent coin is part of history waiting to be rediscovered next up. The Australian 10-cent coin was first introduced in 1966, marking the transition from pounds, shillings, and pence to a modern decimal currency system. The coin's design has remained remarkably consistent over the decades, symbolizing both stability and continuity in Australian coinage. By 2010, the coin had already been in circulation for 44 years, a true testament to its lasting functionality and appeal. The 2010 issue carried no mint mark, which tells us it was struck at the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra, Australia's official government minting facility. That year, millions of 10-cent coins were produced for circulation, continuing a long tradition of practical, beautifully designed currency that reflects Australia's rich heritage and respect for nature. Although not a commemorative year, the 2010 issue is still an important part of the Queen Elizabeth II coin timeline, bridging the late modern era of her reign. On the obverse side of the 2010 Australian 10-cent coin, we see the fourth official effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by the British sculptor Ian Rankbrodley. This portrait was introduced in 1999 and was used on all Australian coins until 2019. It depicts the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, with her mature features rendered in realistic detail. Rankbrodley's goal was to portray the Queen as she is, not as a symbol but as a person. Around the portrait are the inscriptions Elizabeth II, Australia, and the year 2010. Even in fine condition, the Queen's facial features, tiara, and surrounding text remain visible, though slightly worn. The lack of a mint mark below the portrait indicates that this coin was minted in Canberra. This effigy remains one of the most recognized versions of Queen Elizabeth II's image in the world, used across multiple Commonwealth nations. Flipping to the reverse side, we encounter one of Australia's most iconic designs, the superb lyrebird, created by Stuart Devlin, the same artist who designed all the original Australian decimal coin reverses in 1966. The lyrebird, known for its graceful tail feathers and extraordinary ability to mimic natural and artificial sounds, represents Australia's unique wildlife and natural beauty. The bird is depicted in its characteristic display pose, with its tail curved elegantly overhead. The inscription 10 sits prominently beside the bird, denoting the coin's denomination. Even in fine condition, you can still see the main outline of the bird and some feather detail, although the finer lines may have softened due to circulation. Devlin's design has become a timeless national symbol, so much so that it has remained unchanged for almost 6 decades, making it a beautiful example of enduring artistic legacy in coin design. The 2010 Queen Elizabeth II 10-cent coin is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a sturdy, corrosion-resistant silver appearance. It weighs 5.65 grams, has a diameter of 23.60 millimeters, and a reeded edge. This combination of materials makes the coin durable and long-lasting, which is why many examples remain in circulation even after years of use. The Royal Australian Mint produced tens of millions of 10-cent coins in 2010 to meet everyday demand, ensuring its availability nationwide. Despite being a common circulation coin, pieces that remain well-preserved in fine or better condition retain special interest among collectors who focus on date-by-date sets of Australian decimal coinage. The alloy composition also gives this coin a bright, reflective surface when uncirculated, a feature that collectors appreciate when comparing older and newer issues. A fine-condition coin, in numismatic terms, shows moderate wear from circulation but retains all major design details. On a 2010 10-cent coin, this means the Queen's profile and tiara remain distinct, though the finer hair details may be flattened. The lyrebird's body and tail are still visible, but the intricate lines may appear soft or slightly blended. There might also be small contact marks or scratches from handling over the years. Collectors typically grade such coins between F12 and VF20, fine to very fine. Although fine-condition coins do not fetch premium prices, they still hold collectible value, especially as part of complete date collections or for those who appreciate the historical significance of everyday currency. This condition represents the perfect balance between affordability and authenticity for collectors beginning their Australian coin journeys. As of 2025, the 2010 Queen Elizabeth II 10-cent coin without mint mark in fine condition generally holds a market value between 20 cents and 0.50 Australian dollars, depending on wear and overall eye appeal. Coins in extremely fine or uncirculated condition can be worth $2 to 5 Australian dollars, while coins from proof sets or those showing striking errors, such as off-center strikes, die cracks or planchet flaws, can fetch between $20 and $60 AUD. Although not considered rare, this coin has gained collector interest as part of the long-running series of Queen Elizabeth II coins that have become historically significant since her passing in 2022. Over time, as coins featuring King Charles III replace those of Queen Elizabeth II, earlier issues like the 2010 coin are expected to become more collectible, appreciated for their artistry and legacy rather than rarity alone. The 2010 10-cent coin serves as an important piece in the long timeline of Australian decimal coinage. It connects two eras, the late reign of Queen Elizabeth II and the early years of the 21st century, a period marked by rapid technological and social change. For collectors, this coin is valued not just for its design, but for what it represents, a stable and recognizable image of the monarchy during a time of modernization in Australia. Many numismatists collect the 10-cent coin series year by year, appreciating how subtle changes in strike, luster, or portrait detail mark transitions in minting technology. The 2010 issue is also a symbol of everyday Australian life, having circulated in millions of hands, from cash registers to piggy banks, carrying silent stories of commerce and history that make each coin uniquely meaningful. Whether your 2010 10-cent coin is in fine condition or close to uncirculated, proper care and storage are essential to maintaining its condition and value. Always handle coins by the edges to avoid leaving fingerprints, as skin oils can tarnish the metal over time. Never clean coins with metal polish or abrasives. Doing so will strip away the natural patina and decrease collector appeal. Instead, use soft cotton gloves when handling coins and store them in acid-free holders, 2x2 flips, or clear airtight capsules. Keep your collection in a cool, dry place, away from humidity and direct sunlight. Label each coin with details like year, mint, or absence of mint mark, and condition. Proper documentation and storage not only preserve the beauty of your coins but also help build a more organized and valuable collection for the future. And that concludes our deep dive into the 2010 Queen Elizabeth II 10-cent coin without mint mark from Australia, a simple yet timeless piece that continues to reflect the heritage, artistry, and pride of a nation. From the magnificent lyrebird design to the dignified portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, this coin stands as a testament to Australia's enduring numismatic traditions. Whether you collect for fun, investment, or historical interest, every coin like this carries a story worth preserving. If you enjoyed this detailed breakdown, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell to stay updated on more coin value videos, rare coin discoveries, and collector tips from around the world. Drop a comment below if you have this coin. Who knows, your 10-cent piece might be a little more valuable than you think. Thanks for watching.